On most fictional TV court dramas, a seemingly endless stream of clients walk through a law firm's doors and into their well-decorated waiting rooms and offices. In fact, I can't think of a single television show or movie in which reputable lawyers are out hustling for clients or engaging in conversations around the conference room table about marketing budgets, associate recruitment and retention, or whether the firm has enough business to make their bottom line. The fact is that all law firms are ultimately businesses. We have to earn enough money to pay associates and other staff and keep the lights on. To attract the best talent, we also have to be able to justify competitive salaries and bonuses. The question remains how best to achieve those needs while also serving our clients. In 2020, the 100 biggest global law firms exceeded $128 billion in combined revenues. That's on par with the GDP of countries like Morocco, Angola, and Slovakia. And that's just the 100 biggest firms. Meanwhile, equity partners at America's top 100 firms are reported to net, on average, about $2.5 million annually, with the rainmaking partners bringing in considerably more than that. The top 10 most profitable firms all report profits per equity partner of over $5 million per year. Now, I'm not begrudging anyone who makes that much money practicing law. Those salaries are the nature of the market. The point that I'm making here is that these law firms are huge money-making machines. That much money and influence brings along with it some very justifiable scrutiny. These large fees not only create a poor public perception, but they also make hiring a lawyer incredibly expensive, and prohibitively so for some of the individuals most in need of representation. Is that morally defensible? We should also be asking hard questions about who, if anyone, is justified in charging these high billable rates. Is it appropriate, for instance, to pay all junior associates equally? What about someone just entering the profession and with no substantive experience trying or winning cases or even appearing in court? Many large firms pay their new hires astronomical salaries despite their lack of experience or time in a courtroom. This situation stands in stark contrast to my experience as a junior barrister in England. As a 23-year-old criminal prosecutor working cases, I would generally be paid about £35, approximately $45, for an appearance. The problem was that in order to get to court, I'd have to pay the peak train fares, which were often more than I'd make that day. There were many days as a junior barrister that I actually lost money for the privilege of being a lawyer. It wasn't good for my wallet, but the experience of going to court day in and day out was incredibly valuable. I got to experience the thrill of the courtroom and to better learn my profession in doing so. Contrast that with the way litigation unfolds in the United States, and especially California. Many attorneys have been practicing for years and have never even been inside the courtroom. However, their billing rates continue to increase. The reality of this cost-benefit analysis leads to distrust and anger among existing and would-be clients. Many people believe lawyers are looking to profit off of their misfortunes, which is one reason why they deem the experience of dealing with an attorney an unpleasant one. These individuals aren't necessarily frustrated because their lawyers are not serving them well or not dedicated to doing a good job, but rather both because they resent having to hire an attorney in the first place and they feel justice isn't being served. This is just another reality of the profession that serves to frustrate the public. Being a lawyer requires years of training and specialized education, so high fees will always be part of the system.